Hello, I'm Stan Copeland, the pastor of Lovers Lane United Methodist Church in Dallas, Texas, and I want to bring you another message that I call From the Flame. The last time I shared a video from the flame, I basically said three things. One, I did not see how we could have a safe, every delegate present general conference. Two, I do not see that passing the protocol is possible at this time. Some U.S. delegates supported it pre-pandemic, but I think that support has faded. And three, I do support the Christmas covenant coming to us from members of the central conferences. It provides a long-needed path to regionalization instead of a U.S.-centric general conference. Today, I think we may be able to have a general conference in August and into September of this year. We'll just have to see. And everyone I know is all for having general conference. For one thing, one is much needed on many substantive matters. And jurisdictional conferences need to meet in order to elect bishops. Every delegate I talk to is all for convening our general conference if we can do so safely for all involved. If all of our central conference delegates, that's 100%, can obtain visas and travel safely. And if we can have a conference represented of our highest ethical Christian standards concerning politics. I've long since quit hoping for a conference that was not politically conflicted, but it is my prayer that we can reverse trends of the past, many that have now been fully exposed and are highly unethical and far beneath our Christian values. I think it is high time that we listen to our central conference bishops and leaders and truly hear them as they are pushing for higher ethical standards and behavior regarding general conference. Recently, the WCA, that is pushing hard for a 2022 general conference and the passage of the protocol, raised money to give COVID-19 vaccinations to general conference delegates. The action met with harsh and hasty reply from the Central Conference's College of Bishops. Bishop Ruckert from Europe, who is the president of the Central Conference College, Bishop Niwatiwa from Africa, who is the president of the African College of Bishops, and Bishop Juan from Asia and the Philippines College of Bishop President. Let me read a portion of their response. As Christians, we are called to serve all of God's people without discriminating or choosing only those who agree with us theologically or politically. We are called to be of help to all those in need and not only those who would support our organization's goals and desires. That is why we are appalled by the action of the Wesley Covenant Association regarding COVID-19 vaccinations. The WCA has decided to raise funds to assist some United Methodists, mostly in Africa, with getting vaccinations for the sole purpose of making sure that those United Methodists who are delegates to the postponed General Conference would be able to travel to the United States. While we understand that vaccines are not easily accessible to all people in many parts of the world, we are dismayed that the WCA would choose to help provide vaccines to only a few people and not the community as a whole. If the WCA's motives are pure, why not provide vaccines for the entire family of that delegate, or the entire church, or the community in which the delegate lives? For too long, I have witnessed, and I'm sad to say, firsthand, moves of providing pagers. I even helped distribute them. Providing cell phones, paying for pre-conference assemblies, and other incentives, even giving money on the part of our conservative coalitions for Central Conference delegates. Why this has been allowed to continue is beyond my understanding, but it is politically unethical in my opinion, and smacks of the very colonialism the bishops wrote about to detest. Listen to more of their words in their letter. The unfortunate thing about the entire process by WCA is that it has all the marks of colonialism, which our countries went through in some years ago. The tactics of divide and conquer have created chaos and division on the African continent and should not be allowed in our churches. One would have thought that our friends and partners in the WCA would have taken some modest time to consult with the church leaders in the central conferences so that we move together in how to implement such a cause. We people called United Methodists from central conferences promote unity, and we treasure our connectional spirit, but we deplore any form of colonialism. Unfortunately, what we experience time and again is the brazen interference in the affairs of the United Methodist Church in Africa from our brothers and sisters in the WCA. If forming a new denomination means leaving a trail of destruction, as we are now experiencing in Africa, we surely need to talk about it as friends and members of the family we call the United Methodist Church. You know, in my next message from the flame, I'll talk about my change of mind concerning the protocol. I'll also discuss why I believe the Christmas covenant will take the United Methodist Church forward with greater equity, general conferences more solely focused on global evangelism, mission, and health care and education will result. I invite you to like my funny named YouTube channel, which is Picklin Parson, to get these regular videos from the flame, and also some fun ones as well about this preacher farming and doing pickling and canning and cooking shows. But for you, I want you to know how much I love the United Methodist Church and how much I want to see us be more on mission of making disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world. God bless you all.